I'd like to call the meeting to order tonight for the Oxnard City Council Public Works and Transportation Committee meeting for March 14th. Madam Clerk, can we take the roll, please?
Member Zaragoza.
Here.
Chair Perello.
Here.
The agenda for this meeting was posted on the City Hall bulletin board on March 7th, 2023.
And I'd like to have Officer Casillas, I hope I said it right, lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, please.
Please join me by placing your hand over your hearts. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Officer. I take it as a privilege of the chair to make a little statement. It's not something that you'd have a moment of silence of, but I'd like to acknowledge something. This week there was an announcement in the newspaper about a slaying suspect arrested in a 1997 slaying of a Thousand Oaks bank teller. That person happened to be a relative. She helped the people that were robbing the bank do what they wanted, protect everybody that was there. They took her in the back of the vault, put her kneel down and shot her in the head and killed her, leaving behind 2 kids and a husband and a grieving mother and father and a tremendous amount of people that were really upset. I'd like to acknowledge all the people that are involved in the science of the DNA, the people that have been involved in this for a long time, the people that have been working. As in life, there will be a lot of people taking credit for things they didn't do, and the people that did the work won't get the credit. This is my personal way of thanking people because it has some semblance of closure for this family. I can relate to people that have lost people in this matter. They were a distant relative, but I can tell you the family was never the same after that. Thank you very much. Moving on to the first item of business. Madam Clerk, do you have any comments or things you would like to say or read? Okay, all right. Going to the first item, the posting of the agenda has been taken care of correctly?
Yes, thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Flag salute. Are there any public comments on items not on the agenda?
Chair Perello, we do not have any public speakers virtually or in person for this item.
Thank you. Assistant City Clerk, thank you. The next item is the approval of the minutes for the, beg your pardon, for the Public Works and Transportation Committee meeting, approval of the minutes for the February 28th regular meeting as presented. Do we have any comments on this or any changes, Mayor? Or I see none.
No, none.
Okay, then I will make a motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
Please vote. Or roll call, please. Or do we?
Yeah, right.
We do it electronically or? Yes. Okay.
Thank you. Motion passes 2-0.
Thank you very much. The next item of business is a report, Public Works Department Trade Services Agreement 323-00293 with Executive Facility Services Incorporated for custodial services at various city locations. The recommendation that the recommendation that the Public Works and Transportation Committee recommend that the City Council approve and authorize the 2 points. Point 1, the execution of an agreement with Executive Facility Services Incorporated for a term of 1 year with the option to extend for 2 consecutive periods of 1 year each for a maximum possible term of 3 years, maximum possible contract term of 3 years, and for a total contract not to exceed the amount of $700,000 to provide custodial services for the water campus, blending stations number 3, number 4, and number 5, the wastewater treatment plant, the advanced water purification facility, commonly called the AWPF, and the Del Norte Regional Recycling and Transfer Station, the Del Norte site. And point 2, purchasing agent to execute amendments to extend the term of the agreement up to a total maximum of 3 years. Again, since the cockamamie stuff with Measure M, there's not a public presentation, but it's available on the internet. And I hope that some residents took the opportunity to look at it. Our staff puts a lot of work and time and effort, and public cost to putting this together for the public to pay attention to what's going on. Do we have any public comments on this, Madam Clerk?
Chair Perrello, we do not have any public speakers virtually or in person for this item.
Mayor, do you have any questions on this?
I just want to thank staff and Public Works again for custodial services, really important, to all our facilities. And I just want to thank them, for the excellent work they continue to do, and Public Works, from custodial services to streets to water to everything. Public Works just does an excellent job, and I just want to thank the staff for the work that you do. Mr. Michael Wolf and Brian and Joe, thank you, and our city manager for good work,
Yep. I agree wholeheartedly with the mayor, and I'd like to just say this as a comment. There are some people that think just because a manager has a coat and tie and sits in an office, he's got an easy job. There's two ways to have stress put on you, one in your head and one in your back. The people that are managing these departments have a tremendous amount of stress on them to make sure everything's working. The people that are out in the field, granted, they're out in all types of weather conditions, risk to life and limb in certain situations, but we are very fortunate in the city of Oxnard to have top to bottom the people we have working in Public Works. And on this particular contract, ladies and gentlemen, we're covering the water campus, how we make sure that we have good water that we can drink. We don't just let anybody come in and do the cleanup. We make sure that this is safely done. The people are background checked. The company is background checked. They're watched and they're accountable. They're held accountable, as any elected official should be, and any employee in any organization or family member. They're held accountable at the wastewater treatment plant, another extremely significant component of Public Works. The water purification facility, another extremely important facility in our organization. And the refuse department. Some would think, hey, no big deal. The risk that's involved with the refuse department, the items that go through there, the safety precautions that are taken to protect the people, the residents, and the community, I don't know all of them. I know some of them, but it is amazing. This is not just a job you pick somebody off the street. Top to bottom, we're very fortunate to have the people we have working in this community. Are there any public comments on this, Madam Clerk? I think you corrected me and you said no. Okay, thank you. Any further comments?
And I'd like to make a motion of this, but I'd like to add to what you said. This facilities are lifeline items.
Yep.
Water, sewer, refuse, and really, really important items. And we do not really take those things for granted. We take things for granted, but when you flush a toilet or you open the tap and it doesn't work, or the refuse is not picked up, we hear about it. But I want to thank all the Public Works too. Our streets, I know there's been a lot of rain out there, and I know Oxnard is pretty flat, but that water is being drained, which is really, really good. Thank you for all the good work Michael and your staff does, and city manager, and of course, we have one of the best Public Works attorneys also with us today, so thank you for that. I'll make a motion to approve.
I will second that, and I'd just like to comment, I'm grateful that our Public Works attorney is back from the brink, and she's back in person, and health is great. With everything that's going on with the weather, we're very fortunate to have these people taking care of the things that they're taking care of. We don't even know, but I can tell you from looking at the news, we're fortunate to where we live. And if we lived in those areas, there are Public Works people in those areas trying to do the very best they can for the citizens that they represent. And it goes without saying, we entrust these people with tremendously valuable assets. The public has paid a lot of money for these assets to take care of. Thank you very much. Go ahead and vote, please.
Motion carries 2-0.
Mayor, do you have any items for future agendas?
No, sir.
And neither do I. Again, thanks everybody for Public Works. I personally apologize that we don't have more people here asking questions. I know at 8:30, it's kind of, you showed up and you're ready for the dance, and, there's nothing happening. But thank you very much. With
That means we're doing good work. Thank you.
yes, I mean, thank you.
Thank you.
This, city manager, you want to make comment? Okay, with that, this meeting's adjourned. Thank you.